From Warren876543 on Discord, thoughts on having an NBA style play-in tournament for the NHL. Also, should we just go 1 through 8 in the conference for playoff seeding like the NBA and only have divisions for scheduling purposes?
Yes and yes. It's Gary Bettman is steadfastly against this. So as long as he's the commissioner, I don't expect it to change. But let's face it, these leagues all copy each other. And you have baseball, the wild card system. I think those tend to be some of the most compelling games you get in the baseball playoffs every year. And if we had some sort of 7 versus 10, 8 versus 9 play-in each conference, those 4 games, like say the day after the regular season ends or 2 days after the regular season game, and I think would be tremendous. I know it maybe cheapens the value of an 82-game season for some or what have you, but it creates drama, it creates entertainment, it creates another TV product that can be bought and sold. It can generate revenue for the players and the owners, and everyone else is doing it. I think it's going to happen at some point in the future. And, I beat the drum on this. I can't believe we don't have 1 to 8 in the conferences.
Me too.
I understand you're trying to create these divisional rivalries, but so many of the divisions aren't all rivalries anyway. I mean, you might get Edmonton, LA, say in the first round. I mean, it's great if you get Edmonton, Calgary, of course. But Edmonton, LA isn't a rivalry. Like I know those teams did play in the 80s and the Gretzky era once the Kings actually beat the Oilers sort of stunningly. But in general, you still get as many sort of non-traditional matchups that way. And so I think 1 versus 8 in the conference is the way to go. But as I say, I don't think this is changing as long as Gary Bettman's running the league. But my guess is once we get a new commissioner at some point in the future, these are just obvious things. I mean, there's owners that want the play-in too. I mean, they just see, first of all, it keeps more teams in the quote unquote playoff race. I mean, if the top 10 in each conference at least get a play-in game, then the top 12 right now in each conference still have a shot to get in with 2 weeks left in the season. And, I do think it's going to create more revenue and those types of things. So it's a natural change in the future, but we're not getting it anytime soon.
That's a shame because I think a play-in game that just makes perfect sense, but expecting the NHL to make perfect sense sometimes, not as common as we would think. TrueNorth.bet is built from the ground up to be the credible, dependable, and safe gaming experience with the best customer service in the market. TrueNorth.bet focuses exclusively on Canada and Canadian players from coast to coast. And TrueNorth.bet has an incredible offer for you. They will match your first deposit up to $500 in bonus funds. All you have to do is visit truenorth.bet/SDPN and register to get this incredible offer. Again, that's $500 in bonus funds with your first deposit. truenorth.bet/SDPN. Hello, friends. I'm from Ontario, but I've lived in Edmonton the last 4 years. My girlfriend and I will be visiting Toronto on the weekend of April 23rd and 24th for a weekend of nonstop fun. We booked Marley's tickets since Leafs are out of town, but we want to know what CJ would recommend as a bar, pub, restaurant to attend specifically to watch the Leafs. Bonus points if you can recommend us a place close to Coca-Cola Coliseum for the Sunday game. So that's question 1 in this long block of text. I'll take a break and then let you answer that one and get to the second question.
Oh, I fear I'm going to do some disservice here.
Oh, I didn't expect that at all. I thought you would have rocked this one.
No, I mean, I actually think Toronto's missing a great sports bar.
Really?
It's actually been my view. I mean, obviously there are sports bars, but I feel like...
What about Real Sports?
Real Sports is the obvious one. The thing what I like about Real Sports is I guarantee wherever you sit in that venue, you'll see a TV, and if the Leafs are playing or the Raptors are playing, they'll have the sound on. Because for me, I'm a big sound on guy, Julian. If I'm there to watch a sporting event, and I just find there's a lot of bars in Toronto that are reluctant to put the sound on for an event. And so like there's good bars, but then you go there and like, yeah, you can see the game, but if you can't hear it, it's not quite the same. So I think Real Sports is a can't miss. There's a bar called Beer Town I really like. I think it's a chain around Ontario now, but there's one on University and Wellington in Toronto. They got a great beer selection. They actually have really good food for a pub, and they got tons of TVs, but I just don't know if they'll put the sound on for you. I haven't been there because I go to, I'm usually at the game, so I don't know what the scene is for Leafs game there, but it's a good sports bar. Those aren't particularly close to Coca-Cola Coliseum though. I mean, maybe the closest you get to there is if, maybe go to something like the Wheat Sheaf on King West or something like that. It's not close, but you could walk to the Coca-Cola Coliseum afterwards. Yeah, that's my best I can give you. I don't know what the scene's like in the city, man. It's been weird. The pandemic is strange. Like, I'm going out way less than I used to. I know that much. Like, I think our habits have shifted a little bit too. So I'm not as up on the best places to go.
Okay, you might be up on the second half of this question, though. Second question is that she has never had pizza before, and we want to know, for someone who enjoys every kind of pizza, what are the top 3 pizzas you would recommend for someone who has never had pizza? Also, are there any other sneaky good sides to order from pizza as well?
Wow. This is designed for, I love the Canadian A, it's called. It's that like pepperoni, mushroom, and bacon on it. To me, that's my go-to pizza order. In fact, I don't really even have a second or third, because that is literally like, if I'm just getting it for me, I don't have to account for anyone else's taste. That's what I would get. You can't go wrong with the creamy garlic dipping sauce either, or the jalapeno cheddar. Those are my 2 favorite dipping sauces. But I love pizza. I know it takes a lot of crap, so like, be prepared. You might not like it. I'm not out here telling you what your taste should be, but I'm saying that you grow up on this stuff. Like, I know there are other pizza truthers out there, and I'm one of them.